Hello and welcome to Popcorn Dreams Gut Reactions. If you are looking for a quick spoiler-free review, then you have come to the right place. And today we are watching Desperados.
You're in a Mexican jail.
What do you want me to do? Dwell on that or rise above it?
Dwell on it.
That name sounds like an epic kind of Mexican Western. It really isn't.
Hi.
Look, Wesley, you seem like a great girl. The timing's not right for me.
I'm sorry, what? Oh my God. How are you?
I'm Jared Sterling.
It was directed by LP. Is that really her name? Is that it? Yeah, apparently her name's 2 letters. And it was written by Ellen Rappaport. Wesley is an unemployed guidance counsellor whose life is a bit of a mess.
I thought by the time I was 30, I'd be married.
Just chill on the guys, you know?
Yeah, I'll just casually take a year off of dating while my ovaries rust and grow barnacles.
Oh.
She rushes to Mexico to try to delete a crazy ranting email that they sent her new boyfriend after they thought he had ghosted her.
What do you actually know about this guy?
He wants kids. He owns a duvet cover. What more do I want?
I think you may be the perfect girl.
It stars Nassim Pedrad, Anna Camp, Lamorne Morris, Sarah Burns, and Robbie Amell. Oh, and Heather Graham, who still looks amazing. She looks as good as she did when she was doing Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. God damn, that woman signed her soul to the devil or something. Or perhaps her plastic surgeon. Are they any good? Well, yes and no. I don't think the actors are the problem here. I tell you who is great, and that's Lamorne Morris. He anchors the whole film. In a sea of insanity, he is the only character I found relatable. Some of the other characters are likable, even in their absurd, bizarre insanity. But he's the one that I found relatable. He's kind of this sort of quiet little rock in the middle who tolerates whatever is going on around him. He's this amazing chill character, and his performance is great. It's understated, it's not big, it's not flashy, it's not showy, but it's important for the film to succeed on any level. So although the whole cast has charisma and is generally likable, they don't have a lot to work with. Their characters all come across as kind of shallow because the script doesn't really give them any depth. The film is not really funny. There aren't jokes as such. It's more about sort of comically absurd set pieces. And some of the set pieces are insane. And I do mean insane. I mean, this whole thing, it sounds like the whole premise is like an idea they had when they were drunk, that when they sobered up, they would then say, you know what, that's crazy. Let's not do that. Let's just bite the bullet and accept that we did something nuts whilst we were drunk. Or, just they could have dealt with it in many other ways. And that's because this film is really a farce. And I don't mean as in the production is a farce, as in it's rubbish. I mean it's actually a farce, that style of comedy. And the problem with farces is that often there's a very simple solution at the beginning, but the character doesn't take that, and then because of that, you then have a landslide of bad decisions that just mount on top of each other until they're in just the most ridiculous situation. If you look at the 90s sitcom Frasier, they used to do farce really, really well. And so from that perspective, this film works to a degree, but if you don't buy into that style of comedy, then you're not going to enjoy this film. If you're sitting there at the beginning, when they make their first very ridiculous choice. If you're sitting there and you're thinking, that's absurd, why are you doing that? Why wouldn't you just do this, this, or this? You know, I can think of 4 different solutions that would be better than what you're about to do, you crazy, insane person. Then you're not going to buy into the whole film. It really does hinge on whether you're prepared to follow the characters. And so in that way, it kind of works, because the actresses that play our main 3 characters are really likable, despite all their flaws and despite all the sort of zany, silly craziness that they're getting themselves into. You do kind of like them. They don't seem particularly horrible or offensive people. They just seem like normal people who have made a poor choice.
Jared's ghosting me. I'm gonna do an email.
Do an email!
In case you're wondering, I'm doing great, except for the fact that 5 days ago, your penis entered my vagina, and I haven't heard from you since. Your dick is bad.
Hey, you get a dumb tattoo.
Suck on this. And send
It's really nice as well in the current era to see a film that is directed by women, written by women, and starring women that isn't afraid to show women as vulnerable. I mean, it seems to be at the moment that Hollywood thinks that feminism is a girl kicking a guy in the nuts, if you watch like Harley Quinn, for example. Or that they've got to be these kind of like super awesome, badass, can't have any imperfections, sort of the way they tried to do it with like Wonder Woman or Captain Marvel. It's really nice to see real characters, okay, slightly caricatured rather than characters, but it's nice to see vulnerabilities. It's nice to see a more rounded individual. It's nice to see that they have goals, they have aspirations, but they don't always succeed at all of those things, and that's important. I said at the beginning that I felt these characters were shallow, and that's more based on their motivations. Although they have strengths and weaknesses and vulnerabilities, the shallowness is the driving force of what they're trying to achieve, and the reason that everything goes badly. And so I feel like with some little tweaks, you could actually have like a really good film here. It could do. Maybe. If her initial aim or initial reason for going to Mexico was slightly more altruistic than just, oh God, I've done something incredibly stupid to this guy that I'm kind of lying to anyway, it would work better. But because it's kind of absurd and it's doomed to failure in the first place, it's kind of hard to jump on board, and she comes across as more shallow than she would otherwise.
If Jared reads that email, my life is over.
Oh my God.
Would it be insane if I went to Mexico and erased the email?
Yes.
Also, how does she afford the trip to Mexico if she's broke? Do her friends pay? Did I miss that? Did they tell us? I didn't notice them talking about that. This film is a lot like an Adam Sandler movie. It kind of feels like it might be trying to advertise the hotel they're staying in. All of those sort of weird set pieces with some people that seemed like they just wanted to work together. Also, a woman gets sexually assaulted by a dolphin. Which it just felt, that whole scene felt very Adam Sandler. Because it's played for laughs and it's horrible. But, you know, yeah. It is. It's very much like an Adam Sandler movie. Do you like Adam Sandler movies? Well, you'll probably like this film then. You know, it's good for a laugh. It's good for killing like an hour and a half. Do I recommend it? Well, it's tough because the film's not really for me. I'm not really the target audience. It's refreshing in a lot of ways. It has a blunt honesty to it that is appealing, but like its main character, the film is messy and flawed. Even if it is likeable in a lot of ways. Did I enjoy watching it? I didn't hate it. Will you enjoy watching it? It's a female Adam Sandler. Take from that what you will.
What is happening?
So thanks for watching this review. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to like, share and subscribe and click the notifications bell. And I will see you next time on Popcorn Dreams.